Hello. Fido is not a conventional zombie film, set in an alternate 1950s dystopian reality where space radiation has caused the reanimation of the dead. Andrew Curry's 2007 satirical horror comedy is a gory tongue-in-cheek commentary on uniquely American values such as consumerism, gun culture, the nuclear family, and outsourced labor. It's also one of the loveliest and sweetest zombie films ever made. Fido is a cross between Night of the Living Dead and Lassie, with the same satirical undertones as the Stepford Wives and Serial Mom. The movie's drab gray zombies contrast sharply with its technicolor environment, and it has a charming, humorous tone similar to fellow zomcoms Warm Bodies and My Boyfriend's Back. Despite grossing less than $500,000, this boy and his zombie comedy feels more poignant and relevant than ever in an era of corporate monopolies. Americans will commodify almost anything, including the undead. The film is set in an alternate 1950s reality where zombies have been tamed and converted into household slaves. It follows a young boy who builds an unexpected connection with his family's zombie servant, Fido, when Fido unexpectedly interrupts his training and a chain of events leads to a neighborhood disaster. The child must defend his zombie buddy from terrified and furious townspeople. What is Fido about? Fido is set in the 1950s in the fictional town of Willard, one of many tributes to George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, and it revolves around the Robinson family, Bill, Helen, and their kid Timmy. When a cloud of radiation encircles the globe, space particles begin to reanimate dead people, following the zombie wars. The ubiquitous corporation ZomCon transforms into a quasi-government agency in charge of containing and preventing zombie outbreaks. With the invention of the domestication collar, which reduces zombies' craving for flesh, zombies evolved into a hybrid of man's closest friend and indentured servant. In this lovely, fenced-in town, zombies work as milkmen, landscapers, dog walkers, doormen, and housekeepers. Everything changes in Willard when the Robinson family encounters their first zombie, whom Timmy names Fido. The Robinson family patriarch suffers from severe intimacy issues and is deathly scared of zombies as a result of deep-seated zombie war trauma. Bill is emotionally neglectful of both his wife, whom he is unaware is pregnant, and their son, primarily out of fear that he will have to kill them if they go zombie and attempt to devour him. Fido's entrance fills emotional holes for Helen and Timmy, who learn to adore their zombie as if it were a member of the family, much to Bill's chagrin. The name Fido, which translates to I trust in Latin, may be a reference to the same-named Italian dog who waited at the bus stop for his master every day for 14 years after his death and became a symbol of loyalty in the 1950s, as well as the name of Abraham Lincoln's dog. With the invention of when a pair of neighborhood bullies damage undead Fido's collar, he demonstrates his allegiance to Helen and Timmy by not attacking, despite his undead nature. Instead, he goes to seek assistance, one of many moments that parody Lassie. Ultimately, Fido is about nurture against nature, demonstrating that love is stronger than the desire to eat human flesh. Fido is a sweet and heartwarming twist on Romero. While the film's colorful environment may appear to be in stark contrast to the darkness of zombie films, Fido contains numerous nods to George Romero's Night of the Living Dead franchise. Romero's criteria apply. Fido's zombies are slow-moving, flesh-eating, reanimated dead who can only be stopped by removing their brains. They are awkward. They communicate solely through groans, and their primary instinct is to consume organic flesh. There are also themes from Land of the Dead, such as segregation for containment and ZomCon, a plutocratic feudal political organization, as well as references to Dawn of the Dead and its indictment of capitalism and unrestrained consumerism. With humor and loving boy and zombie relationships, Fido compensates for its lack of horror and gore. Thank you for watching.